Hi everybody, Sunday morning, so I'm doing another Cool Wool Sunday School, and this time I'm going to show you what I've been playing around with this week, which is some bunting that I'm working on for our lovely Queen's Jubilee celebration in June. So I've done a few different colour combinations. It's basically a granny triangle, and I love these because they're just so gorgeous. So I'll show you how I start off the few centre ones in a minute. But basically we've got 7 rounds of the granny triangle, and then my latest favourite finishing off is to work slip stitches in the back loop only of the stitches around the end. And I've done 2 rows of slip stitch through the back loop in white with a couple of extra stitches in the corners to finish that off. So that's the bunting. There's one version. Here's another version. With more rounds done in different colours. So I'll start one off in a minute, but I just want you to be aware that I'm using cotton. I'm using Lion Brand 24/7 cotton because it's absolutely a joy to work with. You can use any yarn, I would imagine, but you do need to be aware that this is what they come out like when you finish them. They need severe blocking to get into shape. So this is another one I've done, haven't blocked it yet, so I would really pull on this. I like to use these blocking pins from Knit Pro, or you can use normal pins. So I'd put one there, and there, the bigger ones, on a towel or an ironing board, and some of these smaller ones around the corner. But you will have to pull at it quite hard to get it to block into the shape and create this lovely flat bunting. So it does work, it's worth it. So that's another one on the way, and this is another one as well that still needs blocking. Okay, now my plan for this bunting, it's going to be a free pattern, by the way. My plan is to actually, between the triangles with the sort of a bent edges, I'm going to put little either flowers or rosettes, you might call them, along the bunting as well, because I think that looked really nice. And I asked my people in my email group this week what colours I should do that in. Should I stick to red, white and blue? And Jenny came back with a really good idea, and that was to maybe do something a little sparkly, which could represent the platinum from the Jubilee. So I'm waiting for some yarn to arrive, and I'm going to try a sort of a flower or rosette in between. So that will also be in the free pattern. So let me show you how I work my granny triangles then. So we'll start off with just 3 lots of 3 UK trebles in the centre. So that's a US double. And this time I'm going to start with white in the centre. And what I'm going to do is, you can either use a magic circle, or you could maybe chain 4 and work into the first chain, and that's your circle. I'll do a magic loop for today though. So I just wrap it round, grab my yarn through the loop, and do 1 chain at the beginning to fasten it off, and then we're okay after that. Okay, now I like to start with the 3rd of a set of 3 when I'm first starting out. So the 3rd treble there. So that will actually be 3 chain and then 3 chain for the corner. So let's have a look at that. I'm working it in my magic loop. So 3 chain to start with. I've got a 4mm hook here, and as I say, I've got Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. And then 3 more chain for the corner, and then I start working into my circle. So 3, it's a bit fiddly at first, 3 UK trebles or US doubles to make the next part of the centre bit. So that's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to show you a couple of rows, because I'm going to show you how I do it differently if I'm using the same colour on the next row as to when I'm not using the same colour on the next row. I just pull this slightly, this magic loop. There we go. So I've got 3 trebles there, which make up the end of the one I'm going to finish with. Then 3 chains, and then 3 chains to make the corner, 3 trebles to make the next set, 3 chains for the corner, another 3 trebles into the loop, So this is our second lot of trebles finishing up now. Whoops. Another 3 chain for the final corner. Doesn't look like much when you're at this stage. I will pull this just a little bit tighter so we can see. And then finally, what have I got left to do? So I have got, I don't know about you, but I don't like my magic loop when it gets all tangled up in there. So I tend to pull that end out. So now I've got to finish with 2 trebles in the loop. And now I'm only doing, or am I doing 2? I'm just trying to decide whether I'm doing 1 round of white or 2 rounds of white, because that will affect how I finish off this round. So 1, I think I can do 1 white, 2 red, 2 white, 2 blue. Yeah, 1 white I'm going to do. So normally to finish off, you might well want to work a slip stitch into that 3rd chain there to finish off, which is fine. But the other way you can do it is an invisible join. So I'm going to show you how to do that if you don't know how to do it already. So just pull this stitch through a bit and cut it. And I'm going to take a tapestry needle, thread that end on. And now I'm going to join to my 3rd chain, which is that one. I think, let me work backwards. Yep. And I'm going to go under the V that you have at the top of a chain from front to back. And I'm going to pull this, but not too tight. It's going to make half a stitch there, if you can see that. Now I'm going to go back into where that came from. And that creates an invisible join, rather than a slip stitch join. Now we'll just finish this off and then we'll get on to the, so what I tend to do is just feed it through a few, round the back there, a few of the yarns on a corner, pull that through, straighten it up a bit. And then I tend to go back over the top of one of those and through the rest. I'll leave that for now and I'll just tighten up my beginning. So there we go, we've got the centre part. Okay, and I do recommend you deal with your ends as you go along, but I don't want to do that now because I want to show you how I work when I'm going to do 2 rows in one colour. So I'm going to join in any corner. I'm going to use my red now. So just with a, pull a loop through, and I will work same as I did before to start with. I'm going to work 6 chains, so that's 1 treble, UK treble or US double, and 3 for the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now I'm going to work a block of 3 trebles in that same corner space. So yarn over, through, pull through. There's my first. So 1, 2, 3. And if you like, you can work over your yarn tails, however you prefer to deal with your yarn tails. I like weaving them in afterwards personally. So we've got a group of 3 trebles. We've got 1 treble there we're going to finish up in at the end. Now I do 1 chain and do the next corner, which is 3 trebles, 3 chain, 3 trebles. So 1, 2, oops. There we go, 2, 3. 3 chain for the corner. 1, 2, 3, and another 3 trebles. So I'll just move them over slightly into that same corner space. So there we go. This is our last one coming up. Okay, so we're starting to get there now. 1 chain to take us over the top of those 3 white trebles there, and then another corner. So 3 trebles, sorry, I keep forgetting to do my yarn over into the corner. There's my first treble. You can already see it's starting to curl a bit. Like I said earlier, if those of you who missed the beginning, you will need to block these quite severely. I'll show you that again at the end, how they end up. So that's 3 trebles, 3 chain for the corner, and another 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3. 1 chain to get us over there. Now we're back where we started, so I've got to finish with 2 trebles because I've already done 1 at the beginning in this corner. 1, 2, and then I'm not fastening off on this round because I'm going to do another round in red. So I'm not going to use that invisible fasten off technique that I used for the white. So I am just actually going to slip stitch into the 3rd of these 3 chains. 2, 3, just counting correctly. There we go, into there. Under 2, at least under 2 parts of that chain. It doesn't have to be the top V really. And slip stitch. You can fiddle about with these later. So that's the 2nd round. Now I just want to show you how I start the 3rd round now. Because I'm already got my red joined, I find that's why I start with 1 treble on the 1st round, because now all I have to do is just slip stitch into the corner and I'm ready to work that corner set of 3 trebles, starting with 3 chain. So it's 3 chain, 2 trebles, 3 chain again, 2, 3. So that's the first part of the corner, and then another 3 trebles. So that's why I start my 1st round with the last treble. Oh, sorry, got that tied up. The last treble in a group, and then when I do my 2nd row, I start with the full 3 trebles because it's the least number of slip stitches you need to do to get to the right place. So I'd carry on like that all the way around, and when I get to the end of this round, this is the end of my red, I would do that invisible fasten off again into that 3rd chain there. So once you've done your last stitch, which will actually be a chain here, then pull the yarn through, cut it, put it on your tapestry needle, thread it through there, which is the top of the 3 chain, and back into where it came from, and that will create your invisible fasten off. So there's the first 2 sort of rounds plus a bit. So this one is going to be 1 white. So this, as I say, there's 7 rounds. I'm going to do 1 white, 2 red, 2 white, 2 blue, and then finish off with the white again. So the pattern will be up hopefully soon, but I'm waiting to see the yarn that I'm going to do for the rosettes in the middle, waiting for that to arrive first. And if you missed the beginning, do not be alarmed if your triangles come out looking like this. They will. They need blocking quite severely to get them to work. Okay, so I hope that was of use for you all. I think it's quite fun creating these little ones here. And you can mix about with the colours and block them all at the end. Not sure how many I'm going to make yet. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to my sparkly silverish yarn arriving. So that I can get on with the rosettes or flowers or whatever you want to call them between them. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon.